2 years had passed, and on the surface, everything seemed fine with the boys. They had graduated from high school, secured admission into a university in the Bronx, and were stepping into adulthood. But time has a way of stretching even the strongest bonds. Eddy was buried in responsibility. Between lectures, taking care of things at home, and working at his mother's restaurant, his days were stacked from morning till night. His father had left years ago, and since then, he'd been the man of the house, helping keep the business, and the family, afloat. Hakim's life looked easier from the outside. School was his only real obligation, but he wasn't having an easy time with it. The coursework felt like an uphill climb, and he struggled to keep pace with his classmates. He often questioned whether he belonged there at all. Daniel, however, seemed untouched by the chaos. Calm, composed, academically solid, he came from a well-off home. His father was a diplomat, his mother a respected surgeon. He didn't flaunt it, but his polished appearance and quiet confidence gave it away. Whenever they could, the three would link up on campus, usually under the big oak tree behind the library. That spot had seen jokes, arguments, secrets, and silence. "Man, I need a break," Eddy said one afternoon, dropping his bag beside him. "Between school, house stuff, and my mom's place, I'm losing my mind." "You think that's stress?" Hakim replied, stretching out on the grass. "Try failing your second quiz in a row. I swear I picked the wrong major. I'm this close to switching." Daniel leaned back, his hands folded behind his head. "You guys complain too much. It's all part of the process." "Oh, right. Easy for you to say," Eddy shot back. "Some of us aren't living in a high-rise apartment with a monthly allowance. Not everyone gets life served on a golden tray." Hakim laughed. "Eddy, leave him. The real criminals here are our parents. My old man's solution to everything was marrying women from different states. Now I've got 19 siblings. 19! And number 20 is on the way. I swear he thinks he's building a football team." Eddy chuckled. "Bro, I remember visiting once. There were so many people in the yard, I thought you were throwing a party. You told me they were all your siblings. I was like, wow. You guys got a whole stadium roster." They laughed hard, the kind that healed tired spirits. But Daniel cut in with a groan. "All right, enough roasting. I'm starving. Eddy, your mom's still at the restaurant?" "Yeah," Eddy replied. "But you're paying this time. I'm not sponsoring anyone today." Daniel smirked. "Cool. Let's go." The scent hit them before they entered: spicy jollof, grilled chicken, fried plantains. Mama Eddy's was alive and buzzing. Customers crowded around tables, the hum of conversations blending with the sound of sizzling oil and laughter. As they maneuvered to a table near the window, something strange happened. Hakim brushed against Daniel's hand, and for a second, everything froze. A bright flash. A flicker of images. A phone screen. A bank alert. Daniel's room. A conversation with someone on the phone. His father? Then it was gone. Hakim blinked, disoriented. He looked at Daniel, then at his own hand. "You good?" Daniel asked, noticing his expression. "Yeah," Hakim said quickly. "Just felt weird for a second." They sat down, ordered their food, and resumed their usual banter. But Hakim remained distant, quietly replaying the images he saw. After they ate, he finally spoke up. "Guys, I need to tell you something. When I touched Daniel earlier, I saw things. Real things. Like, I was in his head." Eddy raised an eyebrow. "You saw things? Like what?" Hakim leaned forward. "Daniel, your dad sent you $50 this morning, right?" Daniel blinked. "How'd you know that?" "I saw it. Not just that. I saw you getting ready to ask for the bill. Eddy's going to go inside, check the register, and bring it back. It'll be $6. And on his way back, that lady in green by the counter, she'll swing her hand and hit him by mistake. He'll say, 'Ma'am, watch where you swing.'" Eddy laughed. "All right, let's test it." He got up, walked inside. They watched. And it all happened, exactly as Hakim described. Daniel stared at him. "That's insane." Hakim looked down at his hands. "I'm telling you, I saw it before it happened." Eddy returned, rubbing his arm. "Yo, that woman just hit me. And here, $6, just like you said." Daniel was now leaning forward, eyes wide. "Hakim, how far does this go?" Hakim shook his head. "I don't know. But I think it only works when I touch you, Daniel. It's like I tap into your timeline or something." Eddy whistled. "We need to test this. For real." Hakim hesitated. "You were going to suggest a bet, weren't you?" Eddy froze. "Yeah. You were gonna say we bet on Chelsea versus United. Odds at 8.6. You were gonna suggest Chelsea to win 6-2, but that's wrong. The real score is 10-3. That's the one we need. Daniel and Eddy exchanged stunned looks. Bro, Eddy said. Did you just read my mind? No. I saw it. Through Daniel. They didn't wait. They headed straight to the nearest betting shop, heartbeats loud with adrenaline. They placed the exact bet. Then waited. The game ended point 10-3. They won. Cash or transfer? The cashier asked, trying to stay professional. Transfer, Daniel replied, barely containing his excitement. $122, the cashier confirmed. What name? Daniel Mwosu. Back outside, the boys could hardly speak. They laughed, shouted, high-fived like they'd won a lottery, and in a way they had. Daniel sent $60 to Hakim, $40 to Eddy, and kept $22. You deserve the biggest cut, he told Hakim. This all came from you. Eddy was already doing the math. Do you know what we can do with this? If this power is real, and it sticks, bro, we could flip this into a fortune. Hakim didn't smile. He stared at his hands, and quietly asked, but what if it's not just a gift? What if there's a cost?